And we had regular meetings, which I strongly suggest people do, just to get people involved and be part of it and creating the community as well. We had regular meetings, so every 2 weeks we had a meeting that was open to the public. So anyone could come, anyone could say what they felt would work and how they would actually be able to help the event as well. And there's a great story I like to tell that Dorisha and I met and we listed all the things that we needed, and it was like our first open meeting to the public. And I was sort of freaking out a bit because it looked like there was a lot of things that we had to go through and a lot of people who had to get involved with this. And then, so one thing I like to do when I have a meeting is we all sit around, we normally have our meetings at our Loving Hut, our local Loving Hut. It's on the bus route, and people can go there and we can support a local vegan business as well with the food that we eat while we're there. And we just set up in a square or a U shape, and we all just talk. And I just start off by saying things I'm passionate about and things I want to get from Green Earth Group, and we just go around the room and everyone else shares that as well. And so at our first meeting, we all went around and did that. And then by the time the meeting had ended, we had all those boxes ticked with all the people that I needed. So it was one of those first signs from the universe we were on the right track, doing the best thing. We also had a lot of fundraisers and events before the actual main event, and this was to create the buzz, and this was also for getting people, like their family and friends, to come along and just to raise some money as well for the event. And we had various events like bake sales, we had pirates and princesses dress ups for the kids. We had like a nutrition event where we showed Dr. Michael Greger's DVDs. We had a Zeitgeist event. We had panels of people speaking as well. So there's all these different things. And like I was saying before, with the different areas, they focused on different people in the community that we could promote and market to as well. We had over 50 volunteers, maybe up to 100, and we created this tribe, and I like to call it a tribe, and most of these people have become really close friends of mine. And it was through meetings, it was through Facebook, and mostly through word of mouth that we got all these people together and we got all these people to become involved. And one of the ways, and I always talk about creating tribes, whether it's like with veganism or how music and sport connect people as well, because some people just seem to forget why people like sport or why people like music or why people are involved in communities, and it's because you feel like you're part of that. You feel like you're part of that and that you're not an outsider or something. It's all about creating that tribe. And for me, that's by empowering others into getting other people inspired and to getting them involved and also making sure if these people are volunteers that they're getting looked after as well, because there's a lot of people that do things for free all the time and they just kept getting asked for more and more and more, which is hard, and that I'm sure a lot of you in the not-for-profit world would know that's just what happens. But you need to be able to give something back to those people as well. So, for example, at the festival, we had volunteer bags, so we had lots of people donate things for their bags, and they got food vouchers, water, discounts for online stuff, magazines, and whatever else they had samples of that they could send us. And we also had people give the volunteers food at the event, so in our sort of volunteer area they could get food all day. And we also had an after party as well, so a lot of people really into the social aspects of it, so we encourage the social things. To raise money for the event, we put this on for $20,000, and you need about $30,000 for an outdoor event of our sort of size. And so that was pretty much mates rates, friends, just borrowing everything we could, getting secondhand stuff, like everything, just like the really basic that we could. I put a lot of my own money into it. We had a lot of donations. We had some large donations. We also had sponsors and we had stall holders as well. We had memberships through Green Earth Group. We also had merchandise, the fundraisers and events we had before as well. And on the day, we raised a lot of money through raffles and through our face painting. And to get the word out to people, I use my social media marketing skills. That's what I do for a job. And we send out press releases. I have friends in media and politics and in music and everything. So just all the friends that I knew in positions of influence, I just, said, look, can you do something about this? Can you help spread the word? And also another thing, I developed relationships with not only the city council, so the Brisbane City Council, but also other not-for-profits, other environmental groups, other vegan groups. And I think a lot of people forget to do this a lot because they're very focused on what they're doing and what they want to achieve. And sometimes they forget that other people can actually help you, and sometimes you need help from outside people. Whether or not you like the group or you agree 100% with what they stand for, even if you like the people there, you can really learn a lot from other people, and especially people that have done these things before. And I just worked with them, and I still work with these people today. And it's not only getting people to help you, but it's helping them as well when they need a hand with something. So, for example, we have a marquee or a gazebo tent, and we lend that to other not-for-profits if they want it. Just simple things like that. And there's a quote by John Quincy Adams, and it says, "If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, then you are a leader." And I hope by today that we can all become better leaders with what we do. So if everyone can see the handout, what I've got through here, just tried to break it down into sections, and some of them do overlap, but pretty much the first one is like goals, aims, target audience, and how to gauge achievements. The second one is the timeline, so the breakdown of, say, 6 months beforehand to the day of the event. Then there's what you can do, what you need from others, who and what you need. Then you've got venue transportation, licenses including public liability, and then over the page, go through marketing, promotion, word of mouth, grants, budgets and covering costs, environmental practices and leaving no trace, inspiring and leading others to be the change, and just basics for working and engaging volunteers. So we'll see how we go with time. I don't think we'll be able to go through, obviously, each of these in depth, but we'll just go through these as much as we can. So this is good if you have an event that you're planning at the moment and you're a bit unsure of what you want the goals to be or who your target audience is. So, for example, if you had the goals and the aims of an event, you can write it here. So, like for Green Earth Group, that was marketing to the mainstream, and it wanted to be a free community event. So they were our main goals and aims, and to educate people to what we call a plant-based diet instead of, we don't use the term vegan. And then our target audience was, like I said before, we broke it down into all those different areas. So each part of the festival targeted a different audience, and you need to connect what it is, so your goals and aims, and who it is for. That's the truth. And to create something that's newsworthy and an effective event, you need to have a strong purpose and an aim. And you need to find volunteers, members, and other organisers who actually share these same purposes and principles as you. And I think that's really hard to do sometimes, but once you can get it, like that we did, you can really move mountains with that. And you need to set realistic goals and how to gauge achievement. So, for example, you have to work out what it will mean to you once you've done this event, or what you can get out of it. So, for example, for me, it was more planting the seeds and educating the mainstream. And I've just been in Southeast Asia for 6 months, and I went to a lot of events over there that they would go, oh, we're going to have about 200 people at this event, and we should have at least 100 vegans by the end of that. And that doesn't really happen. And so I was sort of saying, look, you really need to sort of bring it back quite a bit and just focus on like the basics. And if you think about, and also I think it's like a letting go of attachment to an outcome too. And but like, for example, if you sign up 50 new members to